So it's my pleasure to introduce this AI breakout track today. I actually wrote this introduction using generative AI, so I would love your feedback afterwards to let me know what to feed back into the model to make it even better next time. We have an insightful program for you all, exploring AI's transformative impact on marketing, e-commerce, and retail. This cutting-edge technology is revolutionizing how businesses interact with customers, analyze data, and make strategic decisions. In fact, a recent poll showed that 88% of marketers working with AI say the technology has helped them personalize the customer journey across different channels. Just one of the many use cases you'll hear about in this track today. We have 3 sessions this afternoon, and our distinguished speakers will share valuable insights, best practices, and real-world case studies and examples, empowering you to harness AI's full potential. So whether you're a marketer, an e-commerce leader, a retail trailblazer, this track promises an eye-opening experience where you'll gain the knowledge and tools to navigate the AI revolution. And with that, I will announce our first session today that is called Results Your CFO Can Believe In, How Retailers Are Winning with AI. And I'd like to introduce our speakers, Mandeep Bhatia, the VP of Global Digital Product and Omnichannel Innovation at Tapestry, and Ahmed Naiem, President of Lily AI, who will talk about how Tapestry is approaching their investment to drive immediate impact in areas like product discovery. Welcome up.
Hello, everybody. I'm Ahmed Naiem, President at Lily AI. I'm here joined by Mandeep, who I'll let introduce himself.
Head of Product and UX at Tapestry, House of Brands. If you have bought a Coach, Kate Spade, or a Stuart Weitzman shoes, then you have interacted with our brands. And if you haven't, you should definitely check it out.
Yeah, great. Thank you for joining us, Mandeep, today. So before we get into what Lily AI does, we'd love to hear from you some insights on priorities and goals you had coming into this year as you kind of look at your digital business.
First and foremost, like I said, we are a house of brands, right? So brands which create emotional connection, tell stories. We are a premium brand, and so I think one of our priorities is how do we do that emotional storytelling? How do we support that? We just ran on Coach. We ran Find Your Courage campaign. And so how do we support that storytelling and brand building? That's one of the priorities always. Another priority is, the world keeps changing. It doesn't stay static. People want to buy using different payment types, different methods. And so another one is always improve the core shopping experience and keep up and create a frictionless experience. And then the third is create a really adaptable, that's our word, and for the world knows it as personalized experiences, but there's more to it, but create that deeply personalized experience for our customer.
And that's ultimately to affect things like product discovery and other elements of the experience?
Yes, absolutely.
Right, so while we're on the topic of product discovery, sorry, 1 second. I bet no one thought we'd get a pop quiz today, but just show of hands here. Who can recognize the trend that Harry Styles is wearing? Wow, okay, 1 out of probably 200 plus people. So this trend is actually called Eclectic Grandpa, which has over 14 million views on TikTok. And really, he's kind of brought back a lot of that retro, comfortable look with cardigans and knitwear and loafers and baseball caps and so on. And believe it or not, the younger consumers today are looking for things leveraging these types of trends. And in order to really improve discovery, they need to be able to easily shop that trend. So I think that really leads us into, as we look at what you were trying to do, Mandeep, how were you really what led you to assess Lily as a potential partner, and how did you approach that?
I think we talked about, if you think about two aspects, right? What makes a great shopping experience? Yes, that building that connection, but also you have to help the customers find the product that they are looking for, right? So discovery is a big part of it. If they can't find the product that they are looking for, and in their language, right? So when they go on Google, if you look at the trends during Mother's Day, what would be the number one search term that they are searching for? Mother's Day handbags. And then someone wants to go to a party handbag. So all of that customer speak, like you have here, a flowy beach party dress, right? Versus, so there is a difference between the consumer speak and brand speak. And what powers all of this at the end of the day is data. Anyone who has worked in merchandising space, the business teams, all of them, getting that data is extremely hard and expensive. It's not easy to someone has to sit in and key in the data and all of that kind of stuff. And is that really, and how do you know that this is, like you did an eclectic grandpa, or that this is a party dress? Someone has to go in and sit and tag each one of those dresses as party dresses, right? So what's the solution? It's either putting a lot of OpEx and trying to put people who are going to do it, and imagine doing it for all of our brands, or you can use technology, right? So we were looking for a solution which could take that and automatically tag the data and enrich our data. And that is to improve product discovery, not just, so one on earned channels, especially search engines, and then also on our website, right? So we were looking for enriching that product data, which would help with product discovery, and that's where we started looking. We must have talked to at least 5 to 7 solution providers. And we are very thorough with our evaluation. One of our CFOs is sitting right here. The title of this talk is, the metrics that the CFO can believe, and then it all comes down to the CapEx and how is it going to impact the OpEx. The numbers are important in a for-profit business. So I think we were looking at that, and then we talked to many people who would partner with us and who would be really good at what they do, first of all. And that's how we ended up with Lily AI after I think we evaluated for a fairly decent time. We often do champion challenge, and so there was no champion here, but we put 4 or 5, and then we gave them the same assignment, did a thorough evaluation, and ended up with you guys.
Yeah, maybe let's dig a little deeper into kind of the process here. So for those that are maybe less familiar with Lily, it's a female-founded company, and our founder, Purva Gupta, initially started this company experiencing some of the challenges that Mandeep is trying to solve for. Started with this flowy beach dress, which, should have pulled up a dress like this, but actually pulled up nothing close to this, including beach chairs. And that's because inherently the product data is not really optimized to be aligned with the natural language of the consumer. So what they've built over the last 9 years is a computer vision and natural language processing platform that ingests the product images and metadata and produces enriched attributes, eliminating the need to do manual attribution. Now it's automated with higher accuracy and consistency, but goes far beyond objective attributes like color, neckline, and really infuses subjective attributes. So looking at things like trends, occasion, style, synonyms, right? Now really matching the natural language of the consumer across the entire e-commerce stack. And I think that's what we really discussed doing. And we gotta say, the Tapestry team had far better baseline data than we've seen across the board. So we were like, we hope that the results come out good, because it wasn't in bad shape. We see things in bad shape. So that was really the interesting thing. But when we did this across, I think it was Coach to start with, and leveraging these attributes that now can pull in things like eclectic grandpa, coastal cowgirl, and all of these trends that are constantly, by the way, that one has 25 billion views on TikTok. To infuse that along with the synonyms and occasion, now this could really be implemented. And I think you guys primarily implemented it across multiple use cases, but one of the most interesting one was Google search because of how much traffic is coming through Google. So maybe if you want to walk everyone through the process there and the results.
Yeah, both Google search and site search, like I said, I think one of the favorite movies of CFOs, I think, is Jerry Maguire, because you talk to them, they're like, show me the money. Like, you have to talk about that, basically. But anyway, I think coming back on a serious note, right? What we did was we worked with Lily. The Google merchant feeds that we sent to the site, we would enrich all of this data. And I'm getting into very much a tactical detail, but we created key value pairs which are powered by your technology, and we would send it to Google. And then we ran an A/B test. What we did was we didn't do it for all styles. We did it for some styles, and we held back with the comparable styles. And then what we saw was that the search ranking of those where we had enriched data was much higher. And so we saw a much higher degree of traffic coming to our site for those. And then we did the same thing on our site for site search, using with the technology provider that we have.
And I know we don't want to get into specific numbers, but overall, we're seeing significant lift across all of our client base, and I believe you guys obviously.
I mean, those are the key metrics that we have here. Average PDP views per SKU coming from search engine is much higher. Average revenue per user for those products is much higher.
Yeah. So I think that kind of ties back to results hopefully the CFO can believe in. And then I know in our initial kind of engagement, we looked at the Google search and we looked at on-site search, right? What excites you about the future of the partnership as you look at leveraging this across different areas? Kind of where do you see opportunity going forward?
I mean, I think the possibilities are endless. Just think about it, right? It's like anyone who has played with ChatGPT or images, right? What is the underlying foundation for it? It's all about data, right? When the customer comes to your site tomorrow and you want to do a discovery experience, a chat-like experience, which you saw a lot of them talking about, and I'm looking for a party bag, and you want to talk to them about a party bag. What if the data is not there, right? How are you going to talk about that? So it helps with search, it helps with discovery, it helps with creating curated discovery experiences. For all of it, you need that product data, right? So I'm not going to talk about every single thing that we are going to do, because I think there is a lot that I think people can do with what we have shared here, but I think more to come on that.
Yeah, I know we've seen some really good results to date on some of the use cases, and we look forward to potentially implementing areas that may really impact recommendations, potentially even product copy generation. 100%. I think is something that we've been able to really look across the board. Interestingly, we've even had success in looking at the demand side, so further upstream leveraging the attributes and how that helps you understand what products to bet on going forward from a catalog. So
one of the things, for example, like when you look at visually similar products, yes, you can do it with computer vision with the images, and for the underlying technology behind that, it creates vectors and it finds the nearest vector, but then if you augment all of that computer vision with the product metadata, your results are even better. So that is like one area, like you were talking about recommendations or looking at visually similar products, or like I said, the ChatGPT kind of experience. All of that are ultimately relying on good descriptive data.
Yeah. And I think, in speaking with you, one of the things you liked about this was the fact that it's not really ripping or replacing anything you're doing today. It's leveraging kind of the existing e-commerce stack and partners in that and kind of just augmenting it. So it always helps to be able to test and learn without heavy lift. So, okay, so as we look ahead, just overall from an AI perspective, what either personally or professionally excites you about, what's happening in AI? With AI.
Yeah, I think that the future is a prompt. All of this, application interfaces are ultimately going to be replaced by voice or prompt, and people generally will talk to it. And so this generative AI, I firmly believe in it. I don't think this is hype, crypto or meta worlds. I think this is real, and I think that that is where the future is headed, right? And once the technology gets even better and people get comfortable with using voice and text and get the same kind of results, I do think that there is obviously a place for that visual and emotional connection and all of that, but I think this will become, in another maybe 5 years, maybe 10 years, voice and text will become 50% of the experience.
Yeah, I mean, definitely there's indications of that, and I think irrespective of the direction, it's really going to hinder on accuracy, right? And I think that's where potentially discriminative AI becomes significantly more relevant in some cases than just generative AI, which obviously is the hottest thing right now. So, I mean, that's really it from our side. Thank you, Mandeep. Thank you, everyone. That's our session. So,
thank you.